Good morning, everybody. So in this video, I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm doing a voiceover. Today, we are checking all three hives. Right here, I'm at the Poe hive, and very hopeful that we're going to be putting a honey super on this hive today. So we're just taking the inner cover off right now, doing a general inspection. It looks pretty busy up top in that second deep, so that is good news for us. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to pull out the last frame there. That one they don't usually do a lot on. I'm not too concerned about that. We want to look at the inner frames. So in a 10 frame deep, we're really looking at the inner 8 frames. So there goes that 10th frame. They did have some comb drama on that, but like I said, I'm not too worried about that. So we're moving inward now. See, this one is much more consistent on both sides. You see some honey stores there too. That's a frame from last year. So we're just going to keep on moving through here. Um, There we go. That one's got a lot of bees on it. That's really awesome. Food stores in there, I believe. Um, so you don't have to spend a huge amount of time in each hive. In fact, the less time you spend, the better. You don't want to get them riled up. But it is important to take a gander and see what's going on. That's one of our new frames from this year. They're really drawing that out beautifully. Get all the colors in there. Um, yeah, that's that's an awesome looking frame for the second deep. The second deep has been on for what, a week? I think about a week. So that's really some speedy production. There's another really nice frame. The Poe Hive is doing a really excellent job of just expanding and multiplying and really making me as a beekeeper very proud. So I've been asked, well, what are you looking at when you pull a frame out? Well, yeah, we're looking at bees. We're looking to see if there are fresh eggs. Fresh eggs stand up straight in the bottom of a cell. So within 1 to 3 days they've been laid. Afterwards, they lay down and they kind of look like the comma. Um, and that's when they get start to be fed royal jelly and continue on their process of developing into actual bees. So we're looking at egg quantity, we're looking at cat brood quantity. This one is a fabulous example of a awesome queen laying mondo eggs. Look at all of that cat brood. That is amazing. Um, Yeah, we're also looking to see if we can find the queen. Most of the time you don't, so you rely on looking for the eggs and the larvae to see what various stages they're at. Um, and that will tell you if she is there or not for the most part. There's another one with a really nice dense brood pattern. This hive is not disappointing. Poe is here to work. That is for sure. Work it, bees. There you go. All right, so we are almost done checking this top box. All right, this next frame has got something really special on it, and I will show you as soon as I flip this frame. All of that white frosting looking stuff, that is all capped honey. So they are really going to town, um, and collecting stores already, which is great. It is, I believe, the second week in June in Maine, southern Maine. Um, Sometimes we have really difficult weather patterns. Although this year, I will say it's been much better than last year. Last year was just complete rain all the time. This time we've already had some really hot days, sunny days. So I think it's going to be a much better bee year for us here in southern Maine. Okay, so here we're just spacing the frames in the top brood box, um, so that they're all organized and the bees are happy. And then we're going to take this whole box off and check on the bottom deep. And I think we'll be very pleased with what we see there as well. And I think for now, I'm just gonna sit back and let you listen to the bees and the sound of the Maine woods. So, Poe's looking great, and that means we are going to move on to the next phase with this hive, and that is putting a queen excluder on. I know there's a lot of debate about queen excluders. We're gonna go for it here and put our first honey super on. So that's what we're gonna do right now. This is designed to let foragers, worker bees, through the mesh, and the queen cannot pass through the mesh. So
The theory is that we won't have any eggs or brood up in the honey supers, and that's why we're using this queen excluder. So these I already had put together. They have got the natural wax foundations, and we're gonna put those in, space them. And I already got some bees coming up and checking out the new foundations. So. Hello bees, yes, come on up. Okay, you'll also notice that these foundations, these Honey Super foundations, are much shorter in length, width really, than the deeps that we put in the first two boxes. A couple of reasons for that, but first off, this box, when fully full of honey, can be about 80 pounds. And that's pretty heavy in its own right. But then I have to take it down through the woods, quite literally, to process it. So some people run all deep boxes, some people do all medium boxes. I do a combination of the two because the deep boxes are pretty much stationary. But since I have to transport these, I'm so glad that we have medium honey supers. Top goes back on, inner cover. And the lid. Okay. Let's move on to Barker. All right, let's see, what are they doing? Not a ton going on in the second deep right now. They are building. A little burr comb. Take that off. You guys can see this really well. So all that wonky comb, that's burr comb up at the top that they built, we're gonna harvest that and let them get back to business. storing away a lot of nectar in there. That looks really nice. It looks like now very full-on bee production mode. So that is awesome. So my thoughts on Barker. 1 to 2 weeks we will probably put a honey super on Barker. Yeah. We'll see. They're doing good. They're doing good in the bottom box. This is the one we know Barker Queen was a little bit slow to start. So I'm not surprised that we're not putting a honey super on this one today. I really just expected to put it on Poe. So we will check back with them in a week or two. Let's go on to Shelly. Got some more bird comb to collect. heavy. Filling that up with a ton of nectar. Let's see how this guy's doing. A lot of babies on there. Looking good on that side too. That's very nice. Very nice. All brood. Both sides. So he's being super productive. Awesome. Food storage. They're building out on the last one. So it's good. A little bit. See if there's any fur comb. Oh, we've bugged these guys enough for one day. Now these guys, or gals, love that opening on the inner cover actually come into the hive. So I want to make sure that I just leave that facing the right direction every time we put it on. There we go.